flowy hair. Let's give it up for Miles Francis.
Guys, I'm so excited to be in this basement with all of you here tonight. This is exciting. Yeah, when I told my friends I had booked a basement show, they all assumed I was going to be abducted. I for sure thought I was getting into like an Eyes Wide Shut situation in here tonight, and that was definitely happening. Now, so honestly, my comedy career is already in the basement, so as long as I make it out of here tonight, like it's a success. It's going well. It's going real well. Man, you guys all look very employed. You all have jobs? That's neat. I don't really get the job thing. Yeah, it is. It's cool. Good for you guys. That's awesome, man. I don't really get the job thing because, like, I've only ever had acting jobs. Like, my first role, I played a server. I would have to memorize lines. People would tell me their order, I'd memorize it, and then I'd have to act like I cared that it came out correctly. Yeah, it wasn't bad. My dream role I got in college, I played a pot dealer. Yeah, I just had to get stoned and act real lazy all day. Hindsight, not much of a stretch. Wasn't really pushing myself as an actor, but now I got a role later in life. I actually played a jewelry store manager for a little bit. So I would have to like talk to people about jewelry and pretend like I didn't want to kill myself. Yeah. Actually they just started a 3-digit suicide hotline. It's kind of like 911, but specifically for suicide prevention. I think that's a great idea, but it did get off to a bit of a rough start. I think they just chose the wrong number though, because they went with 3, 2, 1. Yeah, operators got real tired of answering the dead silence. It's fine, guys. I'm sure they just hung up. Man, if that joke is bumming you out, don't blame me. I would have made the number 420. I actually got to spend some time with my family recently, which was really nice, because I had edibles. If you don't know, edibles are marijuana-infused food. And the reason they exist is for awkward family gatherings. Don't believe me? Next time you find yourself having one, just eat a pot cookie and see how much better your situation is. Better yet, say there's like one specific member of your family that's just like driving you up the wall. Give them a pot cookie. That is going to 180 your visit immediately, guys. But you might have to be prepared to answer some awkward family questions. Like the rest of your family might be like, why has Grandma been sleeping like a rock for the last 4 hours? Guess that's why they call it stone? Wait a second, Grandma was awfully giggly at lunch earlier. Just in real high spirits, I guess. Wait a second, son, what do you know? Guys, chill, relax, get off my back. Have a cookie. Now, I got to take my niece to the zoo recently, which was really nice. But she saw a woman taking pictures, and she's like, Uncle Miles, I want to be a camera girl. So I tried to correct her, and what I meant to say is like, no, sweetie, you want to be a photographer. But what I said was, no, sweetie, you want to be a cam girl. So the rest of the family is a little upset with Uncle Miles right now. But I think it's just because my niece now makes a lot more money than we do. Man, I'm technically a millennial, which is kind of weird, because I'm like right on the line, so I find myself in some odd situations every now and again. So recently I actually booked a massage, and I requested a female masseuse, but when I got there, they just had dudes. So they're like, are you comfortable with that? And honestly, I didn't know. I had to think about it for a second. But I'm like, it's 2020. You're woke. You can do this, man. He's a professional. This is a job. Like, it's going to be fine. You know how, like, when you get a massage, your biggest fear is that you're going to fart during it? That should not be your biggest fear. Your biggest fear should be that your masseuse is going to fart during your massage. Because your face is, like, right there, man. Like, it's in the splash zone, right? And these are man farts, y'all. Like, these are not like dainty little, these are like manly farts happening. And frankly, the stench just completely ruined the happy ending. I am an LGBT ally, and that is why I tell people that I don't eat at Chick-fil-A. Truth is, I just can't afford it. Guys, Chick-fil-A is getting out of hand with their prices. For a company that doesn't believe in pride, they sure are proud of that sandwich. I'm just saying. But no, I'm human like the rest of you, man. And like every once in a while, that Chick-fil-A sauce comes a-calling, and I just can't resist. But every time I break down and I go to Chick-fil-A, I try to do my part to bring a little bit of balance to the universe. I'm yin to that yang. Every time I go to Chick-fil-A, I always make sure to flirt with a male employee. And every once in a while, he pays. That's my pleasure, y'all. That's my pleasure. Let's see, I actually got a real cool experience recently. I got to play the dude from The Big Lebowski. Any Big Lebowski fans in the room? Right on? Yeah. Except I got in trouble for being high on the job. Guys, Jeff Bridges is this incredible actor who is able to bring this beloved stoner character to life just by rubbing his eyeballs red before takes. I'm not that good of an actor. Like, I'm just glad that I wasn't playing a character that was into harder drugs. Because then instead of method acting, I would have just been meth acting. We'll go a little more wholesome. Any dog people in the room? Dog people? Right on? Yeah. I've got a dog. I love my dog. I actually had to take her to the vet earlier this week, though. And the vet told me that she's a perfect specimen. And that kind of pissed me off. Because I have never once had a doctor's appointment go anywhere near that well. What a bitch. I know why, though, guys. I totally know why. Because I am the guy that will take my dog to the pet store and go through like her pet food and go through each and every ingredient to make sure there's not a single thing going into her system that shouldn't be there. But then on that same stop home, I'm stopping by Taco Bell for a party pack. It's a party of one. No, I feel like I am kind of getting into a weird weight place right now, though. Like, I feel like I'm kind of in between Chris Hemsworth and Chris Farley. Yeah, so basically I'm not fat enough to be funny, and I'm not fit enough to be fuckable. I actually wrote that joke like a while back, like well before Avengers Endgame became a thing, and now there's Fat Thor. I feel like that dude kind of stole my thunder. Yeah. Man, I really do need to think about making some changes, though. I actually recently lost my health insurance. Yeah, not like it was taken from me. I just did the math, and it's cheaper for me to get prescriptions for my drug dealing. It's honestly really embarrassing, though. Like, I was already, like, if you just buy weed from a real drug dealer, it's already a little nerdy. Like, you feel like a total geek when the guy is like, hey, man, you want some ice? You want some blow? And you're like, I'll take one marijuana, please. And now I'm like, do you have anything that'll clear up these sinuses? And last time I asked for Sudafed, I have no idea what he gave me, but I didn't sleep for 3 days. I have been smoking weed now for about 15 years. I know what most of you are thinking. Duh. But when I say I've been smoking now for 15 years, I don't mean like I've casually been smoking off and on for 15 years. Like, I mean, I'm pretty sure I've been stoned now for the last decade and a half straight. Guys, I'm in my 30s now. Like, I'm way past the point of experimentation. Not even going to try sobriety. Does not look fun at all. Not going in. This is going to be a stretch right here, but anybody, I have my limits. Anybody here into the dabs, the concentrated marijuana? Yeah, right on. One shy yes back there. Brave soul. I'm proud of you. To be honest, though, like, that feels a little too much like doing drugs to me. Okay, I'm not trying to judge, not even a little bit, like, but you have to have your own special contraption. You have to have a blowtorch. If you need a blowtorch to get high on pot, you've made some mistake somewhere along the way. But again, I'm not here to judge, like, not even a little bit. That's not my place. In fact, I really don't know when this happened. But at some point, weed went from being the drug to being the thing I use to keep myself grounded when I'm on drugs. Like, it used to be my friends and I'd like roll up a joint, smoke, listen to some music, like, oh man, look at all the pretty colors. And now it's more like, holy shit, the walls are melting again. So if you can't tell, I think marijuana should be legalized. But I do think dispensaries are starting to make potheads a little too bougie. I'll give you an example. I was smoking a joint the other day in a parking garage underneath a stairwell with some strangers, as you do. And I passed this joint to this woman that I do not know, and she looked me dead in the eye and was like, is that an indica or a sativa? Lady, we're in a parking garage. That's weed right there. Smoking or dope, I don't care. Like, honestly, my only concern in this moment is it gonna make it back around? If you smoke weed long enough, though, man, you know it's not all good times. Like, the paranoia is real. I had a bout of that this afternoon. Hanging out with some friends here in Dallas, and they live in an older apartment with its own underground parking structure. They warned me going in. They're like, hey, man, it can be a little tight getting in and out of there. I can drive. I make it in no problem. Everything's going great to get started, but then we go and hang out for a couple hours, smoke a little bit. It gets time to leave. That parking garage has shrunk, y'all. Significantly. And, like, I'm having to now, like, back up, get out of the car, check, like, every few inches, make sure I'm not, like, about to back up into something. And, like, I basically get myself into, like, the Austin Powers, like, golf cart in a hallway situation. I'm getting absolutely nowhere fast. Paranoia starts to kick in. I'm like, oh my God, somebody that lives here is going to try to get home, and I'm blocking up this whole garage, and it's going to be so awkward, and I'm going to feel so bad. But then, like, I'm stuck for another 10 minutes, and eventually I'm like, fuck that. I am ready for somebody who lives here to get home and help me out of this situation, because I clearly cannot handle this predicament on my own. And at this point, I am perfectly prepared to hand my keys over to a total stranger. And actually, I had to grab an Uber over here, so if one of you can help me when we're done, I really, really appreciate it, guys. Yeah. Man, allergy season is here. That's annoying. But I do love allergy season for one reason and one reason only, and that is because of my neti pot. Any neti pot users out there? Hell yeah. Guys, if you do not use a neti pot, you are missing out. I consider my neti pot to be masturbation for my face. Hear me out on this one, guys. Hear me out on this one. It feels really good. I usually do it alone in the shower, and it works better with a finger in your ass. I'm not sure what that reaction was. Like, I'm going to try that? But seriously, it's great. No. I went to a concert the other day, and I had the same thought I have every time I go to a concert, guys. I'm there, and I'm watching the bass player, and I think to myself, I could do that. Like, honestly, next time you go to a concert, watch every other member of the band pour their heart and their soul into every second of that song. And there's the bass player. Guys, all I'm saying is if bass players were any lazier of artists, they'd be doing stand-up comedy. Thank you guys so much. My name is Brenda.